You made your build completely wrong for NBA 2K24, and I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why. So if you didn't see my last video, I made a video talking about how to have fun on 2K again, and a lot of what I talked about in that video will translate into this video on why you made the wrong build. So I'll put a card above. Be sure to go check that out after you watch this video. So there's several reasons why you made the wrong build for 2K24. One of the main ones being that you just made a build that wasn't for you. And you can do this a few different ways. One of the most common ways you can do this is by trying to make a build that's the meta. People do this every year. Different creators drop builds on what's the best build, and everybody falls for it and makes those types of builds every year. Now, where you can go wrong with that is, yeah, it might be one of the best builds in the game that you can use at the time, but that build just may not be that well suited for you. That build may not complement your playstyle in the best way possible. So now you have one of the best builds in the game, but it doesn't do everything you needed to do to fit your playstyle, or you'll have other things that the build can do, but you're not taking advantage of it because that's not a part of your playstyle. So you spent your money on that build because it's one of the best in the game, but you're not even using it to its full potential. Another way you can go wrong when making your build is trying to make your build with other people in mind. So let's say you got a group of friends that you run with every year, and you kind of try to cater your build to do certain things that your teammates can't. Like y'all all kind of come together as a collective and you try to make your build so y'all can have all the pieces you need to be successful as a team. Now, not saying that there's nothing wrong with that, but if you don't have consistent people that you know you're going to run with all the time on 2K, then I don't think that's necessary. I think you're just taking away from other things that you could add to your build that you wanted to be able to do, and you're kind of just wasting attribute points. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like I said, if you have consistent people you know you're going to run with all the time, then that's cool. That's a nice little strategy, but I definitely suggest that you prioritize all the things you want your build to do first. Then you kind of see what y'all need as a group, what you need the squad to be able to do. Then you can kind of tweak things from there. But everything else that the squad needs your build to be able to do, like, that should be secondary. Put what you want your build to be able to do first, because you're the one who has to use the build. If your build is better at doing a bunch of other things that the squad needs it to do and not the things that you want it to do, then you're not going to have fun on that build, for one. And for two, it's just going to throw everything else off for you. Now, getting into this video, the last video where I talked about having fun on 2K, one of the things that I said was to make a build that you yourself would want to have fun with. Try something new, whether that's making a build that's might be a different play style, something that you actually wanted to do, but you never made it because you didn't know if that play style was for you. All of that comes full circle back into this video. So what I'm doing is reimagining my build and all of the things that I do well in 2K, and going back and really just trying to focus on those things and create a build based on that, the things that I do well and the things that I like to do, versus me trying to make something that's the meta or trying to take other facts into consideration. Because the first build I made for 24 was a lock, because I wanted to be able to defend. You know how important it is defending on 2K, being able to get steals and all of that. But I was trying to make a build based off on what attributes I thought was going to be the most useful. That's not a bad strategy, but I also didn't prioritize all of the things that I do well, if that makes sense too. So every year on 2K, I'm a great shooter. I'm always going to be able to shoot the ball. I still made sure that I prioritize that because I can shoot the ball, I can score the ball. So I did prioritize shooting, but I also sacrificed stuff in different areas because I wanted to have a lock that could defend the post, the perimeter, wherever. So I did sacrifice some things. So I wanted to remake a build, just prioritizing what I like to do and what I'm best at. And I'm going to show y'all what I was able to come up with. Now, this is a quick look at the physicals for this build. When I was thinking about what kind of build I should make and what actually would fit my playstyle, I always seem to come back to a stretch type of build. Why? Because I like to shoot the ball. I don't really care to dribble that much. Like, having ball handle and all that stuff is cool, but I'm not a dribble head. I don't like dribbling like that. So I have made builds in the past that can dribble, but it's like I'm I'm wasting money and attribute points if I'm making a build do something that I'm not going to be using a whole lot. So it doesn't make sense for me to have a 93 ball handle if I'm not even going to be using it like that. So I took that into consideration. So what I always end up coming back to is a stretch. I always have the thought of, oh yeah, I would be a dope stretch. I'll make a dope stretch build. So I made one. So what I came up with is a 6'7" power forward. The weight is 264 and the wingspan is 7'2". Now, I'm not done with this build. I'm just showing y'all the thought process behind everything, because you will come up with something that you will enjoy playing with if you take all of this stuff into consideration. Now, just look at all of the stats over on the right for the max potential and look at the possible badges that this build can get. The reason I went with 6'7" over anything taller is because of the attributes that I'm able to get. If I go anything above 6'7", the build is going to be slower. So if I go 6'8", 9, 10, 11, like that's kind of the different heights that you see for a stretch 4, or probably 6'8" and above, between 6'8" and 6'11". But if I go that tall, speed takes a big hit. Like as a stretch, 6'7", 84 speed. If I get any matchups with any bigs, they probably didn't prioritize speed for real. So I'm gonna have an advantage there. And it doesn't make sense for me to go 6'8", because when I go to 6'8", I think the speed drops down to like a 80 or something like that. And 6'9", I'm in like the 70s for my speed. So 6'7" at 264 pounds, there's no way my speed should be 84, but that's what it is in the builder. So why would I not take that? So I could get up to an 84 speed. And in this 7'2" wingspan, I'm able to get a 99 strength. So I can get a bunch of Hall of Fame badges that I need. I can get Hall of Fame back down punisher. I can get gold rebound chaser, Hall of Fame box out beast. And this is at 6'7". So this is what I came up with so far. I got an 84 close shot, because with this build, what I want to be able to do with it, I want to be able to shoot, of course, which I can do. I got an 89 mid-range, which gets me some good shooting badges. I get blinders on gold, catch and shoot gold, green machine, space creator, guard up, open looks, all of that is gold. Deadeye silver, and all of those badges, they complement my playstyle. I'm somebody who really likes to shoot the ball. Now, I would have preferred to have a higher three-pointer, but I shoot good with a pretty low three-pointers, like anything 86 and below, but I want to keep it in that 80 range. So I think an 83 pointer is good enough for this build. And I still get bronze agent 3, silver corner specialist, but I have all of these other gold shooting badges to help me out. Catch and shoot, blinders, green machine, all that. So shooting, I'm good. This 84 close shot, taking into consideration some of the other stuff that I like to do, being able to drive to the basket on 2K24, driving layup is really good on this game. So 70 driving layup, that's pretty solid. Like I'm not somebody who uses the dunk meter a whole lot, so it's no sense in me putting all of that into drive and dunk if I'm not going to be using it like that. But I do still want my build to be able to dunk if it's like, if I'm cutting back door or if it's a fast break or something like that. So 50 drive and dunk is going to allow me to do that. The 70 drive and layup gives me some decent badges: bronze, slithery, acrobat, bunny. We get scooper on silver still, float game on silver, so I'll still be able to do something. Close shot, I think that's going to be more important for this build than having the drive and layup super high. But look at what I get with that close shot. I get silver fearless finisher, gold giant slayer, pro touch on Hall of Fame, dream shake Hall of Fame. I get hook specialist on gold and masher on gold. Moving on, I got a 92 post control. I like shooting the ball. I like doing post fades, backing people down, working in the post. The 92 post control is going to allow me to do that. And then also, since I didn't put my ball handle up super high, like I said, I'm not a dribble head, so I still wanted my build to be able to dribble if I have to, but it doesn't need to be anything crazy high. So 81 ball handle was good enough with a 75 speed with ball, and you can see that that 92 post control gets me gold unpluckable, so I will be perfectly fine out here if I'm ever trying to dribble. Moving on, 81 ball handle, so I get bronze blow by, silver handles for days, bronze killer combos. I get silver speed booster, silver ankle breaker. I have high strength, so I get Hall of Fame physical handles, and then I get triple strike on silver. That's 75 speed with ball, hyperdrive, silver speed booster, blow by. We got those. Now, my pass accuracy was something I was willing to compromise with a little bit, because again, I'm a stretch 4. Yes, I'm gonna be down there rebounding, and I have a high defensive rebound to be able to do that. But break starter is not as high as what some people would be who's gonna be down in the paint getting a bunch of rebounds. But silver break starter is good enough. I got a 93 defensive rebound. I'm going to be able to get the ball, and I have a 95 strength with Hall of Fame box out beat. So getting rebounds is not about to be a problem. I just have to watch the full court passes. But I'm not somebody who wants to risk throwing all those full court passes anyway, because we already know how those those go on 2K. A lot of times they go out of bounds. So just get the rebound, wait for your guard to come up to you and pass him the ball right there. Interior defense. I have an 88 interior defense. If I'm guarding in the paint, which I'm hoping I will be down there a lot, but even if I have to guard on the perimeter, I have a 75 perimeter. I get bronze clamps and other bronze defensive badges. I have gold workhorse and silver off-ball pest with a 95 strength. So I'll be pretty solid. Interior, 88 interior defense that gives me the gold workhorse, and I get post lockdown on gold. I had another version of this build that I was looking at that got silver anchor, but I needed an 87 block for that, and I took that down because I was just thinking about how often do I get chase down blocks. I had gold chase down on that version too, but I think silver is definitely good enough. And then, like I said, this version of this build can get up to an 84 speed, so I would rather take the 84 speed to be able to even catch up to people to try to get the chase down, but I still think that the silver chase down would be good enough. So since I got bronze anchor, I made sure that I got post lockdown on gold. Got the 81 speed, 71 acceleration. I like to play off the ball too and get open off of screens and just getting open to shoot jump shots. So having that slippery off ball on silver is definitely going to help me out. The 95 strength, oh my gosh, look at it, bro. Bulldozer on gold. We're going to be able to use that with the 81 ball handle that we have. Physical handles on Hall of Fame, box out beast on Hall of Fame, brick wall on gold, immovable enforcer. Like, all of this is going to be very useful, bro. And for myself, for my team, back down punisher on Hall of Fame. I told you I like to do post phase. That Hall of Fame back down punisher, come on now, that's going to help me out. And then the vertical is a 75. I had it on 80 out of habit because I'll be thinking about requirements that I need for dunking, but this build cannot dunk like that, so I didn't need an 80 vertical, so I took it down to a 75, which is what I needed to keep pogo stick on gold. And then last but not least is the 95 stamina, which gets us silver handles for days and gold workhorse. So this is what I came up with, trying to reimagine a build that suits all of my play style needs and just other things that I like to do. But I'm not completely done with this build. Of course, I'll take a build and I'll rework it a bunch of times to see what I come up with, but I always keep trying to find ways to tweak the build because I will find something else that's even better. So there are a couple other things that I could tweak to this that will make it better. So the other version of this build that I had was a 6'8" power forward with like a 7'4" wingspan. And you see some of the things that I lost out on. I lost out on blinders. I lost out on gold green machine, gold space creator. And there are some other areas where I had different changes as well. Like just looking at my phone at the 6'8" version, I had a 70 close shot instead of an 83. So I was able to get a better close shot on the 6'7". On the 6'7", I had a 70 driving layup, but with that sacrifice, I was able to get a better close shot. So I'll be able to play in the post a lot more. Also with the 6'7", I was able to get a higher mid-range. I was able to get a 89 mid-range instead of a 87, which is what I had on the 6'8". On the 6'8", I had lower speed with ball. I had a lower pass accuracy, a lower interior defense. I had an 82 instead of an 88. So I wouldn't even have gold post lockdown on the 6'8". The 6'8", the max speed was an 80. So with the 6'7", I was able to get it up to an 84, but just the way that I had it laid out, I had it at an 81, I believe. But you see, at 6'7", I weighed more and was able to make a faster build. Just little things like that you can find when you keep constantly reworking a build. On the 6'8", I did have a higher block at an 87, but I had a 92 defensive rebound. So I would have only had gold box out beast and gold rebound chase. So I wouldn't have had Hall of Fame box out beast. The Hall of Fame is going to help me more than that gold. And then also on the 6'8", I had a 92 strength instead of a 95. I got me some more Hall of Fame badges, immovable enforcer and back down punisher. And then the vertical was just slightly too high than what it needed to be. So this is why I suggest that you rework builds and just start over, bro. We're this far into 2K24. A lot of people talk about how the game is dead and not having fun. Look, if you think that, go check my video out on how to have fun on 2K again. But it all starts with the build that you made, because I guarantee you at the beginning of this game, you probably made something that was the meta, or you made it with other factors that influence how you made your build. Make your build the way you want to make your build, and I guarantee you, you will have a lot more fun on this game. So after the tweaks that I made, this is what I came up with. I'm gonna keep looking at the build to see if there's any other adjustments that I can make to make this build even better, but it already does a lot of really great things. And some people may not consider this a stretch because it's only 6'7", but I'm also trying to maximize all the attribute points. If I make a 6'10", 6'11" stretch, it's gonna be slow. You're gonna have less to work with. So this is my stretch. So just looking at the shades of the build and the name of the build, we got 2 shades from the Celtics. They compared it to Al Horford and Jason Tatum and Pascal Siakam. So those are some dope comparisons. And I made a 2-way 3-level shot creator. So I think it's gonna be a dope build. Like I said, I'm gonna keep messing with it and tweaking it to see if there's anything else that I could come up with, any other variation that would be better. That's something I always advocate for in my build videos, but that's the build for now. But that's my take on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on everything that I went over throughout the video down in the comment section. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, if you're looking for people to run with 2K, trying to get more of y'all involved so we can find people to run with and keep having fun on 2K, join my Discord, man. Link is down in the description. As always, be sure to stay safe out here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.